Hello dear subscribers and welcome to a new Q&A video. Something I haven't done in a long time, but I did many years ago.
It's been about 10 years.
10 years ago, when these Q&A videos were being made.
Me too.
Today we're back with a Q&A video. Since Willy came to my place and we've recorded some videos. I told the channel moderators to post on Discord so people could ask us questions, to let everyone know so they could send us questions. So we're not even going to pick the questions, we're just going to read the questions from top to bottom and we'll answer as many as we have time for. That being said, are you ready, Willy? Ready to see what people are asking us?
I'm ready. I only saw the first question and thought, if they're all like that, we're in trouble.
We have to be careful. The first one is from Brower17. It says, how long is your big toe?
I don't know, man.
4 centimeters?
Look, check out my thumb. Look, my thumb is special. So just imagine my big toe.
You know they say that if you do this, that's how long your penis is? They say from here to here, supposedly, but that's not true.
Of course, that's not true.
Maybe with this finger. We haven't measured our big toe, but it's roughly the same as the thumb, maybe about 4 centimeters.
Quite a bit more.
The big toe? Over 4 centimeters?
No, mine is really thick.
Shuri asks, what advice would you give a beginner content creator who wants to get started? I'm not sure I understand the question, but I think it's asking what advice we'd give and if having your own group of friends is helpful in a YouTube career. And would you only recommend it if you know each other closely, to build your careers together and help each other out by recording together? I love both of you and Vegeta equally, hugs.
Well, here I would say that getting started.
Well, I think we've all started alone.
Yes.
But along the way, you meet people.
You meet a lot of people and some of them align with you. I mean, this happens because it's very unlikely that someone in your circle will understand your schedule, your obsession, and everything you do. Because in your circle, one works in construction, another is studying, another moves somewhere else in the country. They don't get what it's like to work on YouTube. It's easier for someone in the same field to understand you.
The same thing. Who does the same thing as you?
This, for example, happened with the actors from Friends, the TV series.
I love that show. It's my favorite.
That's why I said it. What happened with them was that nobody around them in their friend group understood because they had all started from scratch together. I mean, they went from not being famous to being very famous.
To being very famous?
And he says we only had the 6 of us because no one else understood how we felt.
For what they were going through, for what they were experiencing.
Which was going from being anonymous to suddenly being super famous.
In fact, they explain it in the Friends reunion.
Yes.
In the Friends reunion, they explain it. Exactly what Willy just explained. Along that path where we keep crossing paths. Also because of affinity, also because of schedules, because we have the same schedules. For example, people from Latin America are on different schedules than we are. Ultimately, you adapt most and feel closest to certain people.
Question for both. If invited to fight at La Velada and could choose between Vegeta and Fargan or Willy and Vegeta, who would you pick to fight and why?
So, if you were given the option between me or Vegeta, and if I were given the option between you or Vegeta, who would we fight?
I don't want to fight Vegeta.
I wouldn't fight Vegeta, I just wouldn't. Not for any particular reason, but because Vegeta is really muscular.
Sure, that's why.
He's muscular, he's tall, right?
No.
It wouldn't be a fair fight.
I'd rather fight you.
If they gave me a knife, yes. If I could carry a knife.
I don't know, Vegeta kills bears?
That's true, if they gave me a gun in this case.
Ah, okay, me too.
And 2 meters away.
I prefer to fight you.
I'd rather face Willy, but I need to train since he's training hard now. Actually, you have arms, right?
No, man.
Don't show us.
Yes, you just couldn't really see it. Besides...
If I had to choose between Vegeta and Willy, I'd fight Willy.
Question for both. Will there be a new season of Karmaland?
We were discussing a lot. In 2025 if it would happen. No. Or in 2026.
No, last year.
Last year?
Last year I prepared everything and you told me no and I got mad and said screw you.
What do you think if we asked Vegeta one of these days if 2026 would be a good year?
Everything is ready, so we can start now and have the season begin in 3 months.
Look, I'm gonna say one thing.
No, I don't want it right now.
No, wait. GTA comes out in November. Imagine a Karmaland that lasts September and October. It ends right in October, and then GTA comes in November.
I mean, I have to prepare everything up and you guys will say no, then I'll get mad and want to kill you.
It's true. Karmaland probably won't happen.
How do you think Fargan and Willy Rex would be today if you started from scratch?
Let's see. I think it would be very hard nowadays. It's very hard nowadays to start on YouTube. Well, it's very hard, even though YouTube supports new channels a lot. That's how it is.
That's true. A new channel has more advantages than an established channel.
Than a very old channel like ours, right?
I mean, having an old channel has its advantages, but it also has its drawbacks.
Correct?
Before, it was all advantages. I mean, back then, people who had a lot of subscribers, it was a snowball effect that kept growing. Now, having a large channel actually works against you.
Correct.
In fact, that's why most creators start a new channel and do much better.
Or unless they're really lazy like me, I just don't care anymore. And no, I don't feel like creating a new channel. But yeah, that's right. But the question was, how would we be? We'd really be the same, right?
Well, you don't know. I mean,
we wouldn't be the same since we've done this for years.
Of course, I would start out super shy.
Correct.
I mean, I think I did well because there was no one else doing it. I mean, I'm doing well because there was no one else.
And I started doing really well. Because of GTA, literally the game GTA was a turning point for me.
But because nobody was doing parkour races.
No, because we uploaded content that back then, for whatever reason, people watched a lot. So, well...
The races, right?
No, we started with tricks, uploading GTA tricks.
Oh, that's right, the GTA tricks.
GTA tricks then the GTA people started banning that because they said you couldn't do that. That's also when the content changed, where I got really scared at that moment. Like, damn, I wasn't showing my face back then.
Okay.
I mean, I was just doing tricks and not showing my face. Suddenly, I had to start showing my face and create a different kind of GTA content. And luckily, it went really well. There were people who stayed during that change. There were a lot of people who stuck with us through that change. But we were lucky, and the new change we made went really well for us.
Question for Fargan. Do you plan to have kids soon? What names would you give them?
For now, I don't plan on having kids soon.
What names would you give them? Do you have a favorite?
Well, if that moment ever comes, look, I would like Greek names. I really like them. But
like, would you name them Zeus? Apollo?
I also really like Italian names, typical Italian names. But I don't know. I mean, I would have to look into it.
Like Pinocchio.
No, not Pinocchio, damn. Geppetto, if anything. Geppetto, come here. It doesn't sound bad.
My only advice for those who are going to be parents and are going to name their children, this is not the time to be creative. If you want to be creative and come up with a cool name, use that creativity to write a book or paint. But don't take chances with your kid's name. Don't call him Geppetto, you know? Call him...
Come on, nobody's going to call him Geppetto.
Yeah, but some people pick a name and you're like, I've never heard anyone called that. Well, don't do it, you know?
Exactly.
Just use a normal name. Juan, Maria, beautiful names. Alejandro, like your grandfather.
David.
I don't know, David, Guillermo. That's my advice.
Roberto De Luque.
Question for both. If you could change something in your life, would you? Not me. I wouldn't change anything. Look, Fargan, in fact, I wouldn't change anything. Fargan's had a computer here worth thousands of euros for 4 months now, okay?
But don't say that.
And a 12-year-old monitor that's falling apart. I don't even know how. This doesn't work. It doesn't just fail to hit 60 FPS, it can't even reach 22 FPS. When he changes it, he'll be amazed at how well it works. Fargan says if it's working for him, he doesn't change anything.
That's literally what I told him. I said it's working fine for me. I don't touch anything because if you start messing with it, then everything starts going wrong, so I don't touch anything. So if I have the computer not even set up and a crappy 10-year-old monitor that probably doesn't even hit 60 FPS.
No, it's just that back then FPS didn't even exist. Back in those days.
In fact, I see the games in black and white. I mean, just imagine.
After years of creating content together, what was your toughest moment as a team that made you keep going instead of giving up? What was the hardest experience you faced? Well, for me, in your case, what you explained about the tricks.
Yeah, but they say that now that they know us?
No, I think on our own maybe. But together, we haven't had any problems.
Oh, yes. For me, that change was very important. Because there, for any reason, people might not have liked it and everything could have ended right there.
People followed you for one thing. It's like they followed you to watch. I mean, it's like you really like a creator and you watch them play all the games and it seems very obvious, but back then it wasn't like that. People only followed you for tricks, and if you posted different content, they'd say, well, I guess I won't watch anymore.
Of course. And above all, I feel that when you're a small creator like I was back then, the change is much more complicated because you don't have a fan base that's more open to letting you explore other types of content and re-engage with you. Maybe when you're smaller, the people who used to watch you just say, oh, he's changed, I don't like it anymore, you know? So, yeah, I would say that was the moment, honestly.
It happened to me with Call of Duty. I only uploaded that game.
It's true, and I had a really hard time.
In the end, I got really nervous 8 hours just for one game. People didn't appreciate it, but on my Minecraft channel, I noticed people liked me more. And I said, I'm gonna try and upload other types of games. So we started playing Gary's Mod, those kinds of games, hide and seek and all those. And I stopped uploading Call of Duty and went from being angry for 8 hours to we played for 2 hours and laughed our heads off. Our faces hurt from laughing. My face hurt from laughing, and the videos did just as well, if not better.
Very good.
And for me, that was like, wow, what a relief, because I thought I was gonna wake up. Sometimes my daily video was just a 10-minute game, or I'd wake up and start playing right away. It was 8 in the morning, and suddenly it was 5 in the afternoon, and I had been here for 10 hours, angry, punching the table. I couldn't get a good game because someone would kill me or the connection would drop.
That happened to me with the GTA cheats. Everything would come out and get patched almost instantly.
Okay.
You know? So, we had to be the first to show them. I mean, it was stressful to wake up. You know, I always tell you that I love having extra videos. You know, I always tell you.
It's true.
The Golf It videos, I'm telling you, I probably have a month's worth of Golf It videos. But the thing is, I come from a time when I would wake up with nothing and I had to get up and look for cheats. Because obviously, we didn't discover the cheats ourselves, right? They were discovered by, well, the Americans, the Chinese. I was watching Chinese, American, and Japanese creators. It didn't matter, but you'd wake up unsure if something was new, like your video. You never knew whether you'd be able to make the video. So I would spend the whole morning looking just to be able to record a video later. Knowing I had nothing for tomorrow and unsure if I'd have anything was very stressful.
It depended.
I don't know if I'm going to have it. That's why I think that in my head right now, having so many videos, being able to say,
it's better.
it's just that I know I have one tomorrow, and the day after, and the next, and the next.
But 10 years have passed.
And if 10 years have passed and I'm still traumatized by it, it's because of that.
That's crazy.
Look at the little things people pick up, okay?
Do
Next question.
you think you'd be a good match for each other?
I don't know, I just can't picture myself in that situation.
Forking seems easy, huh?
Huh? No, I'm not easy at all. I'm not easy at all, huh?
You have, just like me,
You have to work for it.
you have your schedule. It's very set. It's true that you're very particular, right?
Am I that particular? How so?
I can't record
Yes, that's true.
at 12 o'clock.
I'm very obsessive.
Uh,
I'm very obsessive about schedules.
Me too, but I go with the flow more.
I wouldn't know. I can't really say either. It's a very difficult question.
No, but do you see me living with someone the same way? Like, not as a couple, but I lived with roommates in Moscow, for example.
Roommates. Sure, because there'd be no problem.
Okay.
Well, I would be in the room.
I mean, but with the laundry and the common areas, are you organized?
I'm organized, although I'm more of a...
Do you think I am, yes?
What about you?
If I'm organized or not.
I feel like you're organized.
Okay.
Well, I really like doing chores around the house, you know? But maybe we could hire someone to do them.
But until someone arrives, or for a day or two, you have to do them.
Yes, I can do it. I've done laundry before. It's not beneath me.
Okay. Did you ever reach a point where you thought about quitting social media and retiring?
Noto Gamer 13 asks it. Well, yes, I have thought about it several times. Well, I'm practically retired from Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I mean, basically all I have left is my YouTube channel. But something has happened to me. I have a problem.
Wow. Therapy?
I have a problem when I go away. Maybe for 15 days. The first few days I'm fine, but when the 7th day comes, I start to feel bad because I'm not working. I already need to go back to work. I don't know if I'm making myself clear.
Yes, perfectly.
And it's just that I'm not really someone who enjoys things a lot, you know, wherever I am.
I mean, you miss your home and your routine.
My routine and going back to work. I mean, I basically miss working.
To me, that's just age.
Do you think so? That doesn't happen to you.
No, it's just that I've never taken a vacation since I used to record 3 videos a day. Leaving for 7 days means 21 videos.
Yes.
That I had to pre-record.
But now you're leaving.
So now
Okay, does that happen to you?
it's just, no, now I'm going on vacation, and with each passing day, I don't want to come back.
Okay.
No, but it's also because I have videos.
But have you thought about it? Honestly, I plan to retire someday.
Okay, this was my thought. I wanted to retire, and I'll tell it very quickly. I wanted to retire, and I said, look, my life is going really well and everything. And I said, that's it, I can retire. What happens? Suddenly I was there, and I suddenly saw a bald guy, and I said, I know this guy. And I saw
Vegeta?
And I saw that it was... No, I saw that it was Cannavaro, the soccer player, and I said,
Okay.
but I haven't watched soccer in 10 years, and I recognized him instantly. How can that be? I was in a bar, and I said, okay, that means I'll never disappear. Even if I leave social media, people already know me.
Of course. But if you want to retire because you want people to stop recognizing you, that's never going to happen.
Of course.
The plan is to retire and travel instead of working.
No. It's just that the only thing I like doing is making videos. What I don't like is people recognizing me on the street. So, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I have a great time recording, but I don't like people recognizing me on the street. If I can't remove the bad part, I'm not getting rid of the good part either.
I get it now, right? The reason for me to retire wouldn't be because people stopped recognizing me. It'd just be me retiring. Start traveling, maybe go live somewhere else for 6 months, go somewhere else, just go.
Are you talking about retiring?
Yes, it would be early retirement.
Okay.
To retire early, basically. But on the other hand, I do have that fear I just told you about. That I do it and last a month or two and then say I can't do it.
Okay.
I can't, I'm bored, and I don't have it.
You have it easy since you already have 2 years of Golf It videos saved. You could leave for 6 months and nobody would notice.
True. I could leave for a month. Well, let's see, not 6 months, but I could leave for a month.
Look, I'm leaving for a month, maybe 2.
Maybe I'll do it.
And you won't know it.
And you won't know. Maybe I'll do it, but they'll find out since I wouldn't stream live. Anyway.
How would you announce your retirement?
Well, basically, I would make a video, for example, explaining, well, mostly thanking all the people who have supported us all this time. But yeah, in the end, everyone is going to have to retire at some point, right? Because we would keep making content, even as old people, when we're 60 years old.
But it's just that...
60, 70 years old.
But you see actors who make movies and keep making movies. They just adapt.
Do you see yourself still playing video games at 80?
But even if I'm not recording, I'll keep playing. And our generation will keep playing.
Do you know what I've always wanted? Or what I would like when I'm older? Maybe to keep going, but to make a different kind of content.
For example?
Do you know what content I've really liked? What the guys from Top Gear used to do?
Oh, really?
But no, not when they were on Top Gear with cars and all that, but more what they did when they moved to Amazon.
What did they do?
The Grand Tour?
And what is that?
The Grand Tour, they traveled to different countries and set themselves a challenge. For example, we have to cross from this place to that place with this car, and they would sleep in some places, things would happen to them. Or are we going to cross this river with, I don't know, something like that?
I'll take care of it.
Something like that. But it would be making this kind of content as we get older. At the same time, you're doing what you want, which is traveling and seeing the world and exploring different places. I can see myself creating that content more than gaming at 60.
I'll give you 2 options. Option 1, I take care of everything.
Yes.
And we leave. Option 2, you take care of everything and for 7 days I forget about it. Wherever you say, on an adventure, I'm ready for your plan and for you to record whatever you want with me.
Really?
Yes, you take care of everything.
All right, I'll take care of everything and you would help me take care of it.
No.
But I mean, no.
No.
No, but you already know people who can film us and all that.
Yeah, someone who can come and record us.
I can take care of the rest.
All right.
The trip, everything.
I'll get you cameras.
Yeah.
But anyone here, I mean, we're going to have cameras and all that.
Okay, I'll look into doing it.
Come on.
I'll look into doing it.
What do you think of each other?
That's a good one, huh?
Well, I'll just say it straight. I think Fargan is very obsessive.
But I had already said that before.
Yeah, but I really think so.
Look, I think Willy is a good person.
No, but instead of good things, say bad things. When it rings, but he doesn't know his friends.
But what really annoys me about Willy right now is that he tells me to meet at a certain time. And since I'm so particular, that he's not there at that time.
Fargan, I made plans.
That he's not there.
Today?
That he's not there at that time. Or that he tells me he got caught up because he's at a lunch. Or that makes me mad.
Okay, sure. For me, it's like, well, we agreed on this time. I'm super punctual, but I've spent a year not being punctual because it happens to me.
Yeah, you're changing.
Things happen to me.
You're changing.
So,
Willy used to be much more punctual before.
yeah, right?
Yeah.
I've gotten worse with this. And of course, I feel bad being at a meal with someone. I mean, I have a lot of meals with people out of obligation. So we're in the same boat, cutting the steak, then we have dessert left. I don't know what else. I'm already very blunt. For example, at a work lunch yesterday with someone I didn't know, I immediately told him to hold on as we walked in. First, I'll pay since I feel awkward ordering otherwise. It was expensive place and I want to pick my own meal. This way, I choose and won't go hungry. Also, let's order now. And that way, then we can start talking. Because if not, you know, the usual, you arrive, start talking and so on. And today I was supposed to meet up with Frank to record and I was late. Good thing he ended up canceling on me. I mean, things get complicated for me because of course everyone has their own stuff. The most polite thing would be to say, look, I have to go. At 1:50, I set an alarm and don't check my phone again. When it goes off, I say, sorry, I've got to go. You carry on.
Very good, very good.
But,
Well, that's basically what makes me angry.
you're right, and I'm aware of it.
But then, not just Willy, but let's say the little group we have in Andorra, even though we're people who don't see each other very often, we don't get together every day for lunch or dinner or anything like that. But we know that if someone needs something, we're there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because I'm a person who maybe is a bit distant, really, because that's how I am. I'm more...
Out of everyone, you're the least distant, out of everyone.
You think so?
Fargan, there are people here in Andorra. I've seen you living in Costa Rica more than I've seen some people who actually live here in Andorra all year.
I'm talking about our group. Yeah. I'm referring to Vegeta, Frank, and Lolito.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, from the Karmaland guys, but definitely.
I thought I was the most detached of all.
No, but if not, I won't bring it up here.
Okay, let's not bring up dirty laundry. We don't want this to go too viral on TikTok either, but basically I thought I was a very detached person. But at least we know that if I don't see Lolito, for example, for a long time, but if I write to Lolito now like, "Hey, Lolito, do you want to do something?" or I need anything, it doesn't matter.
I have a problem. Can you take me to the hospital?
I have a problem.
He's there.
Lolito's there, Willy is there, Vegeta is there, Fran is there, and we're all gonna be there, you know? Everyone has their own life and responsibilities, but what's important is being there for each other when needed.
Very good. Very nice.
Okay, sure.
I've seen you this.
What?
Is this new?
Yes. I want to drink more water lately
Ah, okay. Okay. Very good.
to stay hydrated.
Very good.
It's good to stay hydrated, guys. It's good to stay hydrated. Drink water.
Which one of you two would win an arm wrestling match?
An arm wrestle.
Oh, I'm not very strong.
We can have an arm wrestle. Do you want to arm wrestle? We can do it right here.
The other day you did the grip test and you were the strongest one.
Okay, it's really uncomfortable here.
It was really awkward, but well, it doesn't matter. He let me win.
1, 2, and 3.
Wow, you're strong, huh?
I mean, I'm strong, you know?
You're really strong.
It's been years. Someday we'll arm wrestle for real. You take care of it. No, because if I arm wrestle Willy, I'll probably get hurt. With a next generation bionic arm controlled by AI to make a video, and then he comes over and goes, "Foo?"
I'll bring 5 cameras, 3 bodybuilders. Today we'll make an arm wrestling arm.
A Terminator arm that goes. All right.
That's why you're so strong. I was just saying.
My left one is really weak.
What has been the moment when you felt the most embarrassed about something you did?
That means embarrassment.
Ah, embarrassment. I have some, but it just came to me instantly if you want.
All right, I'll tell you. I have one.
Come on.
I was really embarrassed at school.
At school?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought it was about YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Well, kind of YouTube related maybe. When I got up in my underwear, one day I got up because I didn't have any pants and I was just wearing underwear. I was recording a GTA race. The race was super intense and I won at the last moment. I won, so I stood up. Yeah, and I was in my underwear.
Live?
Live, in a video.
No.
It was in a video. It was a video.
So you uploaded it on purpose?
I uploaded it on purpose. Yeah, of course. Because it turned out really well. And well, also, I had a pretty good bulge. So, like, I got it. Let's go. Yeah, damn, I'm in my underwear.
Porca, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me.
I stood up in my underwear. But in real life, I'm going to tell you a story. I was in school and we had a 5-minute break between classes.
All right.
I was already smoking back then.
At school?
Okay? Yes. No, well, we were already in secondary school.
15 years old.
16 even. 16 maybe. No. 16 years old.
Okay, 16.
Okay.
Smoking at school, you've been doing it for years now?
No, I hadn't been doing it for many years. Okay, the thing is, I used to smoke.
Not anymore?
Not anymore. Now I vape. Now things are even worse. We had 5 minutes between classes and I used to smoke. What happened? I wanted to smoke a cigarette. I needed it. When class ended, the building was tall with no elevator. You had to go down all the stairs, then more stairs through a courtyard, and cross it to reach the street. It was a long distance, okay? And I only had 5 minutes. I ran down, I got there because you had to go out to the street to smoke. The door was open.
Okay, but when you threw it, didn't they see you?
No, you're at school. You're inside the school.
Okay.
Okay. So I ran out, ran. I went outside, lit a cigarette, and started. But just like that. Because there was no time. Okay then. To get back, I started running. What happens? When you smoke too fast, you get dizzy. So there were a bunch of kids playing soccer in the yard. And I go out. Boom. I start running to go to class, and suddenly I start. And boom, like a plane landing. I was running, I got dizzy, boom, I hit the ground. Of course, all the kids who were playing soccer, the game stopped. Everyone was looking at me. Of course, imagine a guy who's running and suddenly collapses on the ground. I collapsed, got up, tried to play it off as much as I could, and ran back to class. All the kids stood still looking at me, scared, really scared. I was really embarrassed. So I got to class after taking a really bad fall, but I smoked a cigarette.
Look, I have a moment, and mine is even recorded, which is worse. They suddenly invited me to a talk and told me, come to Bilbao. Last year, PewDiePie, the #1 on YouTube, was there. This year, you're the one coming. And I said, okay, I'll go there. What should I talk about? It doesn't matter. Nah, don't worry about it. You're going to talk about your stuff. And I said, but maybe I'm nervous. I've never spoken in public and I'm a shy person. No. How could you get nervous talking about something you've experienced? It's true. I made a PowerPoint, wore a shirt, combed my hair, and went out. There were about 500 or 1,000 people in a huge theater. That whole talk is wiped from my mind because of how awful it was.
It must have been tough.
A trauma?
But did they give you a topic to talk about?
Yes, I had to talk about my life, but I was there talking, my face all tense, feeling really bad.
Is it the one where you went to a university or something like that?
Well, I went to a place and then they put one of those on me.
You were still very young, yes?
I must have been 19 or 20.
Yes, but I think there are videos of that.
Of course, it's on YouTube. And they put a chapela on me, which is the hat.
The hat, yes.
Traditional from the Basque country, and it went really badly.
Did you do it with a beret too?
No, they put it on me at the end.
Ah, okay.
Okay, that's it. But, I mean, it's like, it was so bad, it's like your brain protects you from the bad things. So I have that moment erased, and I can't bring myself to watch this video. For those who don't know me, as I said, I'm Willy Rex, which is probably how many of you know me through the internet. And well, I have 2 channels on YouTube, as I was introduced earlier. And because of traumas from this, later on, recently, I started taking public speaking classes so I could come back and give a talk.
Alright, let's see. Back then, you were also much younger, and the way you spoke was worse. Now you could do it perfectly. Do it, please, do it.
No, but I already have my talk prepared. I've been to some schools and I've done it well. In fact, I do it well, and I enjoy telling it.
Of course.
Seeing the kids' faces makes me happy.
Yes, you're more relaxed.
I'm more relaxed.
You're much more relaxed. Very good.
I'm more relaxed now. I've moved past that trauma, but it took a lot, and I still can't watch that YouTube video.
Alright, next video for the channel, guys, reacting with Willy to his own video.
Maybe your editor has put it here in the background while we're talking.
Don't make him work. Don't make him work.
When I grow up, I want to retire so I can work like Fargan's editor. What game did Willy Rex make? Venus, you're banned right now.
Look, would you play golf in real life? We tried already, right? But we couldn't.
Well, of course, I explained it a couple of days ago. I bought a mini golf set.
Ah, damn.
I bought a modular mini golf set, and I have 2 options. Either buy it, which is very expensive, or rent it, which is also very expensive. I need to check if we'll use it again.
Buy it.
I want to bring it to Andorra.
We use it.
And put it across several videos. I mean, if we make 1 video, it's very expensive. If I make 10 videos, it's not that expensive, because we already have the location.
Ah, but we can do a best of 5.
Yes, but...
You make 5 videos.
Yes, I know. But it all needs to be done in sequence on the same day. I also need to decide which channel to use. Either way, we'll do it.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll handle it. What's your top moment as a content creator?
Alright, A-Mixed. Best moment in what sense?
Alright.
Best fun moment, best financial moment, best moment.
Well, whatever comes to mind. If you've done something and you say, I couldn't have done this if I weren't a content creator, or a key moment in your life. For example, I'll tell you mine.
Explain yours first, and I'll use it as an example.
In my case, we organized an event. There was a Fortnite event in which the players were celebrities against pros. Sorry, a celebrity and a pro. And it was an event with 100 people. Many celebrities from the United States and elsewhere attended in a stadium similar to a soccer stadium. But it was completely empty, or half full. Well, I don't remember. I was paired with Prince Royce, the singer.
Okay.
The only one of all who spoke Spanish. Out of the 60 or 100 famous people, I got paired with him. Really great. Also, the days before, I was playing with him and his cousins or his brothers. Really nice. Very good. And I was there playing with him. And the tension of playing with someone, we did great. Finished 6th and won 60,000 dollars. We donated, but the tension of being together and celebrating, then suddenly playing in a stadium. For me, it was a high point. One of my top 3 moments. That's the one that came to my mind.
I wouldn't know which moment, man.
They might have taken you because you're a content creator. When we go to Amsterdam, I never know when you'll upload the video.
Yeah.
Some Spanish guys came looking for me to beat me up, man.
You said it, but you didn't want to talk about it. You said you didn't want to. It was late.
It was the first trip I took with the Pain Gaming competitive team, where Stax was. They got mad about something I said in a video against their clan. And of course, at that time, clans were like neighborhood soccer teams. They felt super offended, and they waited for me. And they grabbed me by the butt and were going to hit me. And the guys from our team were like, calm down, calm down, calm down. I was very nervous, and they misunderstood the video and got really stressed.
That was likely the first time you nearly got hit in your life.
And the only time?
You should have beaten them up.
Yeah, but it was a horrible experience. At that moment, I didn't think it was important. But now I think they almost hit me. I mean, with 1,000 subscribers, I had more haters than with 1 million. I mean, it was horrible.
Honestly, I don't know what my best moment has been. I've thought about it, but I can't say which one.
We might have done this like when we went to Detroit together and we're at a theater with a band.
Oh, that was really good. The part with the band plus recording it in the tallest building in Detroit. Playing, remember?
Yeah, I don't remember much.
In Detroit we played. They took us up to a huge, really tall building.
Yeah, I remember.
We were on a terrace. It's in the Detroit video we uploaded. We were on a terrace at the top of a building, of a skyscraper with a view of all of Detroit. The TV in the background, all of Detroit. And us playing there, outside, outdoors. Don't you remember that?
I remember the terrace and a man telling me that's the stadium of something or other.
That's true. He showed us. You could see the stadium. You could see everything. It's true. I would have never done that if I hadn't been a YouTuber. But well, like many other advantages, this has given us too.
Because in the end, which has been the best? That's the question they've asked you. Which has been the best?
Look, the best one, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. More than the experiences I've been able to have, it's been
meeting me.
Giving myself the ability, meeting you, of course. But giving me the ability to, let's say, step a little further outside my comfort zone, which has been my whole life. To move around a bit more. To travel to other countries.
Going to Detroit was hard for you. You felt overwhelmed because we didn't go together.
Yes.
Because airports scare you.
I've lost that fear of airports.
But afterwards?
It has helped me to be much more independent and not be afraid to move around the world, let's say.
That happens a lot to people from small towns.
Exactly.
When you leave a small town?
I've lived in a small town my whole life.
Why am I even going to the United States? Airports make me nervous. I might get lost. I don't know, but not anymore.
No, now I don't care.
You have a layover and it gives you a different perspective.
I'm going somewhere else. I don't care.
I'll come back. I'll move, yes.
Yes, not anymore. I've lost that fear and this is what has really helped me lose it.
You've improved a lot.
Thank you.
I would leave it here with this one.
With this one.
Tribute.
With this tribute, we wrap it up. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you support it a lot, smash the like button. Well, look, these videos aren't hard for us to record. It's tough for Willy since he has to come to my house, but otherwise they're easy and simple. Plus, we get to know each other better because there are still things we don't know.
This is therapy.
It's therapy. Very good. Guys, I hope you liked it. Smash the like button and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
It wasn't recorded. Yes, it was.
You just scared me a lot.